Hello everyone and welcome to my sharing video. Today I'd like to discuss DOM manipulation and DOM manipulation of CSS elements. I'm going to go ahead and get started screen sharing and go ahead with the DOM manipulation side of things. So one of the benefits of DOM manipulation is that you can dynamically manipulate the structure of your documents. You can add things, delete things, kind of restructure things even after it's been created. It doesn't need to be hard-coded in. And so I've done a little example here where you can add things to a list. And just to start off, I'm going to put my name. And if I click this, you can see that all I have over here is I have an unordered list called My Things. It's empty. But when I click to add something to it, I have this function called add to list. And I might have, this is my brother, Kevin. I'll add him. I can add as many people as I like. And as you can see, when it comes into this function, we get the user input, we get the list by their IDs. Here we get the value. Then we're going to come in here and create a new element. So this is kind of the interesting part of DOM manipulation, is that you're actually creating elements. You're creating nodes, elements, and appending them to other items within your document. And here we have this item that we're creating, and we're telling it what kind of element it is, a list item. And then we'll create a text node. And without that text node, this item would just be a blank list item. And so we're creating this text node and we're putting inside of it the input that we got up here. And then we'll say item.appendChild text node. So we still haven't even put this in yet, but we've appended that text node to the item, put that inside of it. And then what we'll do is we'll come over to that list that we've grabbed from the document, the unordered list, and then we will insert before the last element that was inserted. And that's what this is doing here. Then this is just for clearing out this input field again and refocusing it so you can start to put the next person in. So to continue with removing items, because that's another important feature, what can be done here is that you grab that list again, and you could just say list.removeChild and then grab what's at the top of the list, but it'd be a little bit better practice to say if list.hasChildNodes, and that's just a method that you can call on a list, or an array in this case, and if it has child nodes, then you'll keep removing them. Otherwise, you'll just say there are no more items to delete. Or we have this function here, remove all children, where I've just said, while the list has child nodes, keep deleting what's at the top. And that's an easy way to do things. So as you can see here, clicking remove the last list item, you'll remove the item that was last inserted. So it's getting down to the last one, or you can just say clear list and it'll get rid of all of them. And I've just made it to where, if you're trying to clear something that's not there, it'll just say there are no items to delete. But that's about it for DOM manipulation. It can go much deeper than that, but for our purposes, we'll stick with that. I've also done some JavaScript manipulation of CSS properties using DOM manipulation. And this is just a simple example, but I've put up an example of manipulation of CSS elements. It's done a little differently, but what you'll do here, the overall idea is you're supposed to enter in a valid HTML color using only letters and hexadecimal numbers A through F. So You're supposed to enter in a 6-digit number, and when you click this, it will show you the result of that. And so what I've done here is I've grabbed that color from the input, format it as a hexadecimal color as it should be with that pound sign. And then what I've done here is I've come and said that this div, we'll grab the div and then said div.style.background color equals hex color. So it doesn't matter what the color was before, it was red before, it will replace that with this hex color that we were given. And we can see that really it, you can add that to anything. It doesn't have to already have a style specified. And I've done things like that later where I've dynamically added items. But as you can see here, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be a nice shade of blue, just like this. Or if I want to play around, I could say I want to see what C's look like. The shade of gray. Anyway, though, so this is just kind of to show how DOM manipulation can be useful in changing your document so it's not quite as static. Thanks for listening, and I hope that I was able to teach something.